Maran tells us in Siman Kuf Bet, Shulchan Aruch, then a person is not allowed to sit within the 4 amot, the daled amot of somebody else who is praying. You're not allowed to sit within the 4 amot of somebody who's praying, because that 4 amot has the Shekhinah. A person is praying, he's communicating with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the Shekhinah is within that 4 amot. And therefore, not only may a person not sit in front of the mitpalel, or the person who's praying, a person may also not sit from the sides or even behind the person who's praying. You're not allowed to sit, according to the Achronim, even behind the person who's in the middle of the Shmona Esrei. If, however, the person who is sitting is involved in tefillah, tikunei tefillah, anything having to do with the tefillah, then you're allowed to sit, because of course that's not disrespectful to the Shekhinah. You yourself are also engaged in tefillah. It's only disrespectful to sit if there's tefillah going on and the Shekhinah is there and you're not participating. But if you're also participating in tefillah, then even though the other person is praying in the middle of Shmona Esrei, you're also participating in the Shmona Esrei, and a person would be allowed to sit in the 4 amot of that person. Again, right now we're talking about either from the side or behind the person. Sometimes you have a situation where you're in the middle of sitting and somebody comes and they begin to pray Shmona Esrei. So Maran tells us that if you were already sitting there, then you don't have to stand up, because the person who started praying next to you, he came into your daled amot. He's the one who was ba b'gvulo. He came into where you were sitting. You don't have to stand up. However, Mishnah Berurah clarifies that when do we say that you don't have to stand up? That's only in your home or in a private residence. Meaning that you're sitting at home and somebody comes to start their Shmona Esrei within your 4 amot. I was already sitting here. I'm not mechuyav. I'm not obligated to stand up, because this is where I was sitting. It's not exactly a place of tefillah altogether. I was sitting here first. You came and started praying here within 4 amot where I'm sitting, so I have priority. I have precedence. I don't have to stand up. It's still midat chasidut to stand up. It's appropriate to stand up, but it's not required. However, if a person is in Beit Knesset, which is probably the more likely, more common case, the halacha is that if you were, just because you were sitting first, but since the Beit Knesset is really the property of everybody, anybody can come and pray. So it's an assumption that even if you have a makom kavua, you bought a certain seat, this is your spot, and you were sitting down, and somebody comes and starts praying within the 4 amot where you're sitting, you do have to stand up, because again, you don't have really the right of priority in that case, because it's everybody's spot. However, if a person is studying Torah, in this case, then you do not have to stand up, according to the halacha, even according to Svarak halacha, that you don't have to stand up in that case. So if I was sitting here first, in the Beit Knesset, and a person comes and starts praying Shmona Esrei within 4 amot where I'm sitting, but I'm engaged in Torah, in that case, we can be lenient, and I do not have to stand up. Certainly, if it's a shiur kavua, if there's a chavruta or there's a shiur going on, then and somebody begins to pray within their 4 amot, certainly kol sheken, they don't have to stand up. So only in a case where you were sitting at home, it's your own spot, and somebody prays within your 4 amot, then you have to stand. Then you would be allowed to sit down, keep sitting. But if it's the Beit Knesset, even though I'm sitting first, I should stand up if I'm not engaged in Torah and Tefillah.